Hey guys, today we're going to play some more Resident Evil Blindfolded. Now we're going to continue on from our last save, which was in the residence. And we're going to try and get a lot of stuff done here. My goal here was to get to room 003 and save on the typewriter there. Now I'm going to need to pick up a lot of items here, so I could do with a clear inventory. But first things first, I'm going to find the red book. I thought it would be a good idea to kill this spider, in case I got poisoned. You can't tell if you're poisoned when you're blindfolded, so I thought it would be a good idea. So there's actually two other items as well as the book down here. I wouldn't know if I was picking up just the book, so I had to pick all of the items up. Okay, so I found the red book and I also picked up a first aid kit. So now I know I have all the items, so I just have to get out of the room. I didn't really have a strategy for getting out of this room, but I knew there was a magazine opposite the door which made a distinctive sound when I stepped on it. So I thought if I could find that, then I'd know I'm opposite the door. Okay, so now I can get rid of all of my items. I wanted to hang on to the red book, so I came up with a way of figuring out which one of my last two items was the book. And that was by checking if I could open either of them. And if I could open one, that meant it was the first aid kit. So here I check to see if I've just got two items, and then I examine one to see if it opens. Of course you can open the book, but it won't give you an item if you do. So I knew that that was the first aid kit. And so I put that in my item box. So I was pretty certain that all I had on me was the red book.
No, that... Jill!
Barry,
In a bit, a zombie will enter the room outside, and I'm gonna let him enter the bathroom here so that he'll get shut inside and I won't have to deal with him later on. So I've stunned him and he won't leave that bathroom at now, so I don't have to worry about him anymore. Okay, so somehow I got lost here, and I thought I'd actually gone through to the bar, but I used the same strategy here as if I had gone through to the bar, and it still got me over to the boxes, luckily. Okay, so I was supposed to go behind that box to push it in, but I seem to have got a bit lost. Once I realised I'd got lost, I thought it would be a good idea to try and get back to the beginning of the room so I could figure things back out from there. And I knew there were some grills around the ladder, so if I could find those, which I do here, then I could figure out almost exactly where I was. I thought I'd grab this herb here, just in case I got bitten by a shark in the next room, so I could keep my health at full. Now I was really worried about this room. It's very easy to overturn and get caught on the railings. I've died many a time on here in blindfold attempts. So I was really worried about this room. I hadn't really worked out a very good strategy for it. all I'd done was figured out how to press the first 3 buttons, and then the rest of it was really left down to luck, and I did get really lucky with this.
Reaching 30% of pressure threshold. Reaching 50% of pressure threshold. Activate emergency drainage system immediately. Reaching 70% of pressure threshold. Reaching 90% of pressure threshold.
I had a bit of trouble finding the ledge here. Ended up running circles around the shark. Now again here I hadn't really worked out a strategy, but it's a pretty small space, so I thought I'd figure it out eventually. I was having trouble finding the box, but eventually figured out that if I ran in a clockwise direction, I'd find it, which I did. So I got the key and I don't really need to be down here anymore, so now I have to try and get back up to the residence. I thought I'd pick up this Magnum ammo just for the hell of it. I don't even have a Magnum, but I might pick one up in the near future. So there's no harm of having that hanging around in my item box. So my plan here was to actually go into room 002, but I actually got a little bit lost and actually found myself to the map anyway. So I actually got there kind of quicker than I thought I would. So even though that's where I wanted to get, that was really a mistake. I actually turned the wrong direction there and I ended up leaving the area. It was completely my mistake, but at least I realised. So my goal here was to get into room 003 and save in there, but I thought I'd try to do just a few more things, like enter the code on the door opposite this room, and get some empty bottles, just so there's a few less things to do next time. So I had a bit of trouble finding that bottle, so I accidentally left the room instead. And that's everything I wanted to do. So now you get to watch me try to figure out how to overwrite a file blindfolded. But next time we're going to be sorting out the books on the shelf, mixing some chemicals and killing some plants, and possibly heading for the mansion again. The mansion's got some really tough rooms in it to do next. So we'll probably just be getting to the mansion and saving. It's going to have hunters about, so I might also try and figure out a way to kill them. And I'll possibly be trying to collect some extra things like the self-defense gun. And maybe think about getting the Magnum at some point. So there we go, I figured out how to overwrite the file. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!